I know I made a video yesterday for today's hunt, which is the 30th. So this will be on the regular video. But I'm heading out there. It's 4:10 now. Left about 3:25 this morning. So yeah, it takes me about an hour and a half to get out where I'm going, and so I try to get heading in the woods by at least 5 o'clock. Sometimes I go a little bit earlier, depending which area I'm going and whatnot. This is a pretty far area up in there, so I probably should have left a little bit earlier, but man, it's just like whatever, you know, getting back into it. All the things going on this season, so I'm going to go to a spot. I was going to go up into my swamp hole spot, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. I haven't seen my buck come back in there yet, so and I don't want to mess it up because I'm kind of thinking that's a good muzzle loader spot. It's got a good open area for being in the swamp, and those game trails really open up when that water gets drained out of there good. And it just now started getting hot again. You know, I said waist deep in my video, but it's more like about a little over the knees. So depending on how tall you are, I guess, right? So I figure I'm going to go ahead and let that one rest. But what I am going to do is right on the outskirts of that into the cow pasture where they travel through that corridor to get to. I'm going to set up on the ground in a little cypress area that I scouted. If you watch my scouting videos, a little open area there. It's probably about 40 yards across to the fence, and I can sit up in the bay head there, the cypress head, and get up in the shadows there, and hopefully it's dry. I'm taking a chance, but I'm gonna bring my little stool and back up in there and try to set that up and sit that out for the morning. And I'm still gonna hunt my climbing sticks and my saddle that evening. And I'm also going to put a mock scrape up in there. I know it's a little later in the season, but it's a new area I found. It looks really good. Had a couple rubs in there, so I think it's a good area. I'm finding a game trail cutting across. It's where the 3 hogs came across and the turkey. I had coyotes come across there too, so I know they're probably running that trail. So I tried to film them, video them, but couldn't. I thought I hit the start button. I'm sitting there videoing them as they went across. Like, oh, that's cool. And then I looked at my phone and did not have them on video, so I apologize for that. Try not to do that again. But so yeah, I'm gonna get up in there and put that mock scrape in, throw a camera on it, and then crawl up in that, up on them sticks, and get up in that saddle and hunt that saddle tonight. So I'll probably shoot a hog if a hog comes out. It's my buddy's bow, so maybe try to get him some meat. He loves that, you know, wild boar or that wild pig. So try to do that and see how things work out. And hopefully get a little bit more game activity today. Probably get a bunch of turkeys as usual. Get occasional coyotes, hogs, and some deer. Deer's hopefully what I get to see this morning. All things, you know, subject to change based off of if I harvest a doe or whatnot this morning. So I appreciate you guys, everybody that's commented. If you can comment, it helps me out. If you can like, that helps me out. If you can subscribe. And you know, I know a lot of you by now already know, you know, I'm a combat veteran and Marine and all, and I'm retired, so that's why I get to get out and get some of this relief on my brain and stuff. But hey, if you guys, you know, are interested in anything else, you know, I can go over some things in my military career. Did 22 years, so I can do some more videos on that if you like it. If not, I'll just stick to the hunting, try to get some fishing and stuff going too. I'm more into hunting once that season opens up, but then I'll fish. Go do some bass fishing and stuff during the summer. But anyway, well, I appreciate you guys. And if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and help a brother out. All right, thanks. Out. just get a doe to come right there. It's about 25 yards. I need a doe to come across just like that. I had about 20 turkeys come in. I got it on my other camera too. Hopefully I can get it on here. So I'm down on my ground spot. Just had a bunch of turkeys come through, as you've seen in the video. This is what I'm hunting. There's a fence line over there. You can see where the grass is taller and the reeds, and it gets real wet in the swamp. And that's all cypress. That's their bedding area. And then you got this right here. It's another cypress, a small cypress bay. Then there's a little path in between right there. Those nice breeze. The mosquitoes they were horrendous this morning, but now they've lightened up a lot, so doing good. And hopefully here in about the next 45 minutes or so we get some activity going. So I just got done hunting my morning hunt. This is the area, and deer funneled through here. I've seen several deer all through scouting season and turkey. I had 2 bucks come up on me, but what I did was I pulled some of the mud up here since I'm leaving and made me a little platform to sit on next time. So I'll be sitting on here and it'll elevate me and it'll be a lot drier. It's all muddy now because of all the water, but when it dries up it's about 10 inches higher than the water. Now of course when it floods in here it'll do whatever it's going to do, and then I'll just have to do it again, but hopefully that'll dry real hard and stay like that. Give me a high ground to sit on. So you can see got some scrapes here, and then I'm sorry, I keep saying scrapes, I mean rubs. And then got another rub here. So the deer travel through here along this corridor, and there's a fence line over there, and they use this little corridor. So I'm hoping muzzleloader season this will be a good area because it's nice wide open. I got like 4 or 5 different angles of approach, and then I can change according to the wind in any direction. Only problem is I do have my big balls cow buddies all out here, which they didn't even know I was here, but they've been behind me all morning. So may or may not have been why the deer didn't come through, but usually they don't care. They'll just come right across. They actually kind of seem like they like it when they're out here. So anyway, didn't see anything this morning but all the turkeys earlier. So I'm about to go set up a mock scrape and a camera and then get ready to get up in my climber. I gotta make some adjustments to my sticks and whatnot. Like I said, it's about 11 o'clock right now. Alright, so cutting through my area here. I knew this was here, but I wanted to show you guys what kind of stuff is out here. You know, you guys, people lock these things all into the trees, and they got them all wrapped up, scared somebody's gonna take it. And it's just rusted all the way up. So these right here are definitely widowmakers. You can see it all rusted and busted right there. So nice area in here, but this stand's obviously about probably 10 years old. We gotta try to get these things out of here or put warnings, you know, just try to get the word out not to use these things. Because sometimes they look good, like that one my buddy on
from, I guess, in the dark, he thought it would look good, and it was rusted just like that, and bam, collapsed. So, anyway, bad abandoned stands, gotta stay out of them. Cut them down, break them down if you can. I can't bust this one any more than it already is. So, got a nice rub right here. So, moving through here just like I knew they do. They come all through here. I scouted them. So I'm definitely going to be hunting this sometime this year as well. I'm going to get to my other spot and put my game cam up and put my scrape up, and hopefully that's a good spot. If not, I'll just move my sticks later. So I just got to my other area, and there's this other broken down abandoned ladder stand here as well. Again, probably 10 years old. And of course, it's got a big lock on there, so at the end of the season I'm going to get bolt cutters and come in and get all these things and yank them out of here. But, this is the next area I'm at, in here. So, I got some oak trees and some palms and a game trail that runs through there. So, I'm going to set up a mock scrape in here. And then, I'm going to hunt out the evening. Alright, so, it's 1 o'clock, and I'm in my saddle, up in a tree for a long sit. You know, a good 4 or 5 hours. 7:13 is last light, but I'll get down about 7. I don't ever sit out a half hour past or whatever. I always like to have a little bit of light to start tracking if I need to. But so this is my saddle spot. I put my mock scrape over there. I cleared out some branches that was on the ground, kind of corridor. There's a game trail that runs across there. This is where I had the 3 hogs in my other video, so go check out my other video. But I had 3 hogs and 2 coyotes and a bunch of turkeys come in here. So hopefully we'll get some action tonight. A lot of acorns. There's deer poop in here. So it is what it is. Nice day. It's kind of overcast with a light breeze. Breeze is blowing right into my face, so it's perfect setup. I'm sitting here. I just got my t-shirt on now, but I'll put on my ghillie top in a little bit. But you see, you got good cover in the background, so ready to go.